Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG Shakur's Plateau. Alisa and HyperDesi going to be battling it out. Now, Alisa sounds like a girl's name to me, so I'm going to assume that she's female at this point. And HyperDesi, I do know that he is a guy. So we'll see how this is going to go. But if I am making a mistake, hopefully Alisa will correct me. Or if anybody out there is watching because Alisa is playing, let me know. Or somebody knows this player. Let me know if this is a girl or a guy. I'm going to assume it's a girl. I mean, that's a girl's name, so. Good stuff. HyperDesi, our pink Zerg, up here in the top right-hand corner. In the top left, it is Alisa. She is spawning as our green Terran. Looks to be in phenomenal shape. A Overlord Scout, Shen the Overlord, cruising in the correct direction here. This guy is super useful. Much like Thomas the Train, right? A super, what do they say? Very useful engine. You are a very useful engine. If you guys have younger brothers or sisters or children of your own, you may know what I'm talking about here. Thomas the Train. Kind of boring, but that's okay. But I'll tell you what, let's get back into this game. That is not boring. Alisa here working on a wall off. Looks to be in good time. No scouting quite yet, other than from HyperDesi. Nope, there we go. There goes your scout from Alisa. SCV cruising out across the field. Ooh, looks like we may see some 2 racks pressure here. I like it. No scout, though, from Alisa. She's doing this kind of blindly here. We'll see how that's going to work out, but I assume we're going to have to see a scout here momentarily. Looks like this one might be it, unless the second racks is going to go down immediately. Nope, there we go. There we do. We have a scout finally going down, and looks like HyperDesi going for a fast expand. Should see our spawning pool here momentarily. It's not quite time for that, though. However, Shen the Overlord here for HyperDesi is going to find some scouting intel, knows exactly where Alisa is spawning now. And here comes another barracks. Looks like it's in a very hidden position. Very difficult to scout this. Very difficult to scout this. HyperDesi really had to go out of his way to find that barracks there. So really good scouting there from HyperDesi. What can I say? But Alisa does have those double racks going down. She is not going to be shy about her play here. It is going to be 2 racks, pressure, headed out across the field. We do have an SCV. Looks like we're going to see a bunker here momentarily. HyperDesi, in the meantime, does have this Overlord kicking it. Ready and waiting. Notice we do have our orbital command about to complete for Alisa, who appears to be in okay shape. Our first Marine cruising out across the field. HyperDesi taking down the forward SCV, and Alisa may back out here. Don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. Desi does not want to cruise back to the mineral line too quickly. Looks like he is going to go ahead and start mining, though, and tossing down a spine crawler here. But here comes your attack yet again. 3 Marines at this point, 1 SCV. Are we going to see a bunker go down? Indeed we are. Going to have some really good control here for Alisa, however. Oh, 1 Marine going down. It's a big loss at this point. Looks like she is going to have to back out. I think this may be too much defense here for Desi. Desi really going to be in phenomenal shape once that spine crawler completes, and more Marines here trying to make this happen. But I'll tell you what, this kiting is not going as well as planned or hoped for Alisa. Try and take these guys down. Still with 3 Marines, but there is no bunker here for them to enter. HyperDesi, though, is going to be moving this spine crawler forward for just a moment, and Alisa is going to start transitioning out of the 2 racks pressure. Where's she going to go from here? Looks like she's going to land these guys up in the main. Do have a 3rd racks out on the field. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is the transition if you have failed 3 racks pressure, which is essentially what she has. She did get down to 3rd racks here. Failed 3 racks pressure. How do you transition? Oh, I remember. Toss down 3 more racks. 3 more racks it is here for Alisa. She is going to be going push, 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 I assume here, with this Mass Marine. The transition, though, is looking a little dicey. Let's just check in on that units tab. 19 drones right now for HyperDesi, 18 SCVs for Alisa, so her economy there is actually fairly strong. And so she will be able to produce, I'd say, pretty well off of the 6 racks. Yeah, and Bior out on the live stream is, I hope I'm saying your name right. We'll say Bio, RH. Is that Bio Ice? Who are you? Tell me who you are. But he's saying that 6 racks Mass Marine is actually a very good build if you pressure 24/7. I think he's absolutely correct there. It does require that you stay aggressive. If you back off and think that you're just going to be able to, Mass Marines, and mine out your entire base, well, you're going to find yourself in a position here in just a little while that your Zerg opponent has got like 4 or 5 bases and way too big of an army and perfect counters to everything that you're doing there. So you want to keep that pressure on. You want to keep your opponent forced, spending all of their resources and larva on producing more banelings and spine crawlers for defense. Now it looks like HyperDesi has caught wind of this movement. Alisa is going to be cruising out across the field with a slight supply lead here for just a little while. And in the meantime, Desi going to be a pretty decent... I'd say this is going to be good defense here. There's a whole bunch of Marines out on the field here. Zergling trying to get a scout here, but not quite going to happen. Alisa keeping a forward position, but I think what Bio is saying, man, is that really you've got to start to consider putting some pressure on here fairly quickly. Looks like these Marines are going to go down there. Not a good deal for Alisa. That's evening that supply count there quite a bit. And she really, really needs to be ahead at this point if this mass marine is going to work. We'll see how this is going to go from here, but the wall off is in okay shape. We do have a bunch of Marines up here on the high ground. And, oh my goodness, Desi going to be producing several banelings here. 12 banelings on the way, a whole bunch of lings behind. It is scouted here momentarily, and here comes Alisa. Got to split these units here very, very well. The wall is going to go down, and Baneling is going to be annihilating a lot of these Marines. Defense here will stand for just a moment. Got to get some heals, some repair down on these units here. Quickly, quickly. Yeah, that one burned down. Looks like that's going to have to be rebuilt. This may trigger HyperDesi to remax a good sufficient force here. Not max, I guess, but get another force out. He is going to do that here, but it looks like in a defensive position, so I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go for him. Looks like everybody wants to know what Alisa's league is, and Alisa is a platinum level player. Yep, Bio's got it. She's still got this mass marine. Notice that we don't have any gas, none whatsoever. This is straight up mass marine. It doesn't get any more simple than that, I'll tell you. But Alisa is going to be cruising out across the map with a good slew of Marines, but this defensive position here for Desi is looking pretty solid. Got some banelings for a flank when those Marines do start cruising forward, and you can see that the defenses here for the main army are looking pretty solid as well. A bunch of banelings in that mix there as well. So good stuff from Desi. I think this defense should go okay, especially if these banelings do get off in any reasonable form or fashion. Any reasonable attacks from these banelings is really going to be detrimental to Alisa's push at this point. So she's cruising forward here. She's got a whole bunch of Marines. How many is that? 45 Marines. Not too bad. Not too bad. She's trying to transition into a second base, interestingly enough here. Going to be splitting these units here, tossing down a scan, wants to eliminate some of the creep there for a moment, but HyperDesi doesn't want to wait. Here comes the attack from the backside. A nice, beautiful flank, the surround, and down goes every single last one of those Marines. Now HyperDesi way the heck ahead in the supply count. Notice he's using all of his larvae now on his Zerglings. Is going to be going for the kill here. Alisa going to be backing up. Looks like she's absolutely going to need a strong defensive position. But here comes your Zerglings waiting for those banelings here. A couple more banelings going to be morphing in. And Desi, I think, in phenomenal position to go ahead and take down this win. Looks like this is going to be canceled there immediately. And banelings about to start cruising up this ramp. In they go. Not enough Marines here. Looks like these are going to kill them off. There's the GG from Alisa. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. See you guys in our next game.